Hey you guys, how are you, my beautiful witches? Alright, so I am going to be doing a small little lesson on incense and sage. I jotted down some cool notes and stuff about it that I thought was important and could help you with whatever you're practicing on. Let's get started. And later on, I will upload a video on some neat conjuring I was doing yesterday, and my fiance was in the room and he blew his marijuana smoke toward my altar, and you could literally see some of the spirits' faces manifest in the smoke that I have conjured and communicated with and kept around for help in some of the work I do. It is really amazing, so when I upload that later, be sure to view that. Alright, the use of incense can be traced back to the 5th century BC. Widely used in many cultures, religions, and rituals, it has powerful properties and used for a wide variety of things, useful in all magic. Don't matter what form, what path, it is useful in all our magic. In paganism and Wicca, it is used to represent air in rituals, though it can represent all 4 of the elements. Keep that in mind. Because it's made from the earth and water is used to create them, and lit with fire and burns into the air. It creates a magical atmosphere for the practitioner or witch, and can even help with spirit summoning and seeing the spirits through smoke, which is what I mentioned in that video I'm going to be uploading later. A lot of black magicians or any necromancer will use this to see a spirit they're trying to communicate with or channel. They'll usually put an incense in front of their black mirror or whatever they're using, and you will start seeing outlines or faces or whatever it is they want to show you through the smoke, if you haven't gotten as far as seeing the spirits fully yet in their manifested form. So the incense smoke with any spirit work is a great idea. Alright. They have a wide range of purposes used in spell work as well. I can go over the most frequently used ones, and later I will do a part 2 to this video and go over the many different kinds. So like if you want a part 2 naming just about all the incense and their properties. But right now I'm just going to go over the main ones. So the first one's frankincense. I use this a lot. Purification and for spirituality, burned while channeling spirits and associated with male powers and the sun. So I use that a lot, especially when I am communicating with spirits or trying to summon something. Any being, definitely. Myrrh, similar to frankincense, and I sometimes mix the two together as well, depending on what I'm doing. This one's associated with feminine power and to attract and heal as well. And keep in mind that male power is usually associated with the sun, female usually with the moon. Copal, white, black, or gold, burned for purification, healing, energy, and cleansing spiritually and physically. Dragon's blood, another big one. I love dragon's blood. I have the ink as well, and it's proven very powerful. I write my spells in it on parchment paper in my Book of Shadows, and I signed my Book of Shadows with dragon's blood. Alright, so it has to do with love, strength, courage, and used to make any spell or hex more powerful. I once used dragon's blood ink on a puppet doll that I had made for an enemy that was trying to harm me and my fiance, and I couldn't have that. It was very well deserved. I don't just curse anybody, but this person was very, very vicious and malevolent. and really ruining our lives in a way. So I used dragon's blood ink and dragon's blood powder on the puppet doll I created for this person, and it worked very, very well. They got their karma. Pine or cedar. Cleanse a space of negative energy. Patchouli, another one I use a lot, also known as graveyard dust. Strong with spirit and other working, like relaxation and meditation. Now about sage. We all know what that is and love it. Sage, most affiliated with natives and shamans, but widely used in many paths. I really don't know a practitioner right now that doesn't use sage. Yeah. But interesting how, you know, the shamans and natives kind of established that a long time ago. On my father's side, they're all full native Mohawk, and I had a few medicine men in my family bloodline on that side, so I just thought that was a neat little fact I wanted to brag about. Okay, enough about that. So commonly white sage, but mixed with other herbs like sweetgrass, cilantro, lavender, cedar, and pine. Now, if you're going to mix your sage, be careful, because some properties mixed with it can attract things to you. So if you're trying to banish, it's not going to work very well. So make sure you know what you're mixing with your sage. But it was used for cleansing dominantly and smudging for emotional, psychic, spiritual purification. Believe that the smoke would latch on to the negative energy, kind of grab onto it, and make it disappear with the smoke, and it would remanifest it later, turning it from negative to a positive energy in the area that it remanifested in. And that's what natives and shamans will visualize as their cleansing or banishing. Okay, so I thought that was really important to throw in there. And it is used for rituals and also used to cleanse altars, magical circles, magical rooms and temples, or just a person. Sometimes when I feel down or depressed, I'll sage myself, breathe it in, and just imagine it going down into my core and grabbing that negativity and that sadness and just ripping it out and releasing it. And it works, and meditate on it. So I love sage. And that wraps up my little incense lesson. I hope you guys learned something. And if you liked it and you want more about other incense and their properties, hit like and subscribe and leave me a comment. What is your favorite incense to use with your spell work? Love, light, and peace from Eerie Covenant.